Hello friends, how are you? Today is Saturday the 19th and I just got back from getting my 2-year lab blood draw where they took 14 vials of blood. I will insert a picture right now. Proof, 14 vials of blood for my 2-year blood draw or my checkup. So I thought since I'm already kind of up and doing my first meal of the day, it's 10:42 right now. I thought I would just bring you along for the day because it's like, it's going to be a nice calm day. So this would be a great time to do something like this. So let me show you what I'm cooking right now. I literally just have one egg frying up. It's got some Himalayan salt and some pepper on it. I'm about to make a coffee because I actually have a headache today. So I'm going to grab my coffee and I'm going to make a quick little coffee and I'll show you how I make that. Okay, so I've got my coffee. This is the coffee I use when I do drink coffee. It's Anthony's organic coffee. It's instant Arabica bean, ultra fine. I get this at I actually get this at the grocery outlet. I don't know if you guys have a grocery outlet, but this is my favorite kind. I've already put some in here. Let me stir it up. And what I've been adding to my coffee is I've been noticing I've been having a little bit of aging in my face because I haven't been using much of this collagen powder. So I've been using the collagen powder again. So I'm going to do 1 scoop of collagen powder. This is the kind that I use. I like it. It dissolves 100%. And let me show you the other things I'm going to do. Well, a couple more things. And I'm going to add 1 scoop of the Quest coconut oil powder. Now this is really great for when on days that I do drink coffee, or if I choose to make a tea. I will put this into, because I do intermittent fasting. I don't eat until 10:30 every day, just about every day. And so I'm able to make my coffee up with either the tea or the coffee. And I could put my scoop of collagen powder and my scoop of the coconut oil powder and then not put any water in it and then save the water for when I can have it hot at work because we have a hot water dispenser there. Okay, so I've got that, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of heavy whipping cream. There's probably like 3 tablespoons. And then I'm also going to add some of my favorite salted caramel Tarani. I'm going to do 3 pumps. Oops, if I could get any to pump out. It's getting kind of low. So you know how that goes. It doesn't want to pump anymore. And it starts to get too low. 2, 3. All right. So now let me get my little whisker. I just use a little hand whisk. Whisk that up. Oh my gosh, it smells so fabulous. Plus I have a little bit of a headache from not, I didn't drink enough water this morning, and then getting that blood draw. 14 vials of blood. Have you ever gotten 14 vials of blood taken at once? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so that's my coffee. And I think I'm going to also get half of an avocado and add it to the egg. Okay, let me get my avocado. If you hear any noises, just my husband on the roof. He's cleaning the roof. Okay, well this avocado's getting about done, but it'll work. All right, let's get this cut up. I like to do mine in chunks. Just cut it like that, and then watch this. Then all you do is you take your avocado, and then you just squeeze it. You guys probably already know that trick, but just in case you didn't, that's how you get it out. And it's fabulous. Toss this. Then you get some, a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. And you dab, dab, dab. And this is breakfast. Yum! Look, there's my husband on the roof. Look at you up there. That's a long way up. Hi. So I want to actually go over some of the tools I've been using. So as you guys know, if you've been following me, so I have been following a ketogenic diet, and I'm doing intermittent fasting, doing 2 meals per day. I eat one meal around 10:30, the other meal is at 5:30. So it's an 18-hour fasting period with a 6-hour eating window. But I have been utilizing some little tools to help me kind of keep track of how I'm doing with if I'm getting in ketosis. So I want to show you. Now that these are completely optional, but one of the things that I've been using, I have been using these little keto strips. And in case you probably have already heard of these. But all you do is you kind of let the little tip here, can you see that? Kind of go like in the flow of like when you go potty. And you just let it kind of dab on a little bit, and you kind of just tap it off. And what you do is you hold it up to this little chart to determine like where you're at in your ketosis. So if it doesn't change color, it means you're really not in ketosis. But any sort of color change kind of shows, and that like the brighter it gets, then the more ketones you are expelling. Now, it's my understanding that these are really only good in the first couple weeks or months of a ketogenic diet, because the whole goal with getting into ketosis is you want your body to use those ketones. So when they're coming out of the urine, apparently they're not being utilized. They're kind of being flushed out. So we don't want them. So I guess the goal is to actually for these to go dark, and then to actually the goal after a couple months is to become fat adapted and for it to actually go back to almost like a negative reading, I guess. I've never gotten that far, but that's what I've heard. The other thing that I do use is I do have the ketone tester. So I use this brand, Precision. I've had this for 2 or 3 years because I've been doing ketogenic diet off and on for about 2 years. And then it has these little strips. And what you do is you do have to prick your finger. And then, in here, I'll open one. I won't actually do it, but I'll show you what they look like. So it's like these little strips, like this. And then what you do is you have this, you slip this part in, right like that. And then it shows it's going to do like a reading. And then you prick your finger. I have the little thing right here, and then you put the dab of blood right there, and then you get a reading. I just did mine, and it was 0.5. So that's good. It means I'm in ketosis. I'm definitely not fat adapted. And one of the reasons why I've chosen to do these tools is because I am a little bit, my body doesn't adapt easily. And so I just want to kind of keep track. And since I do have, I already had this meter. These are totally optional. They're not at all required, but it's just something that I am personally using to sort of help in my journey. Okay, see you with my next meal. Okay, I'm prepping for dinner, and I'm going to try something new. These are cabbage steaks. So these are chunks of cabbage, about 1 inch thick. I made a topping with garlic, paprika, butter, and this is the oil that I always use. It's a blend of avocado and coconut. And so what I did is I put a little bit of the oil down on the pan. I'm going to bake this for 30 minutes at 350, and then at 30 minutes, I'm going to take it out and put some cheese on top and then bake it for 10 more minutes. And so I will show you when it's done. Okay, you guys, look at this. Doesn't that look amazing? So I cooked them for basically 35 minutes. I put some Parmesan cheese on top. I also made some chicken. One of them I used this Szechuan sauce as a marinade. It's got 4 grams of carbs. Oh, it's not zooming in, sorry. 4 grams of carbs on that for 1 tablespoon. So that's why I used it as a marinade instead of a sauce. And look at that, still looks great. And on the other side, I actually used Bragg's pomegranate vinaigrette as a marinade. And that's the way that looks, just to try to get the fewer calories and the fewer carbs. And I also have a little bit of extra cabbage just in case I'm still hungry. So let me plate that up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, look at this great meal. Okay, so I've got 3.5 ounces of the cabbage, and I've got 1.5 ounces each of this is the Bragg's marinade, and this is the Szechuan marinade, and I added some sesame seeds to the top, and it's almost 5:30, so I'm going to eat this real quick, and then if I'm still hungry, I will have some more cabbage. Looks good, doesn't it? Thank you so much for spending the day with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure had fun making this video today. So my dinner was fabulous. It tasted so good. I ate it so fast. So it's now at 6 o'clock, and I think I'm going to have 2 more cheese sticks, just because I was a little low on calories today, and I think that was because I kind of had a headache, and so my calories were a little bit on the lower side. I also had enough calories to make another more of like a dessert drink. There was whipped cream on the top, but that's already like melted down. But it's got just the collagen powder in it this time with some butter. It's tea, and there's some half and half in here along with some of the Torani, but I have a flavor of like a mocha flavor, and so that's got 3 pumps of that in here. So it's kind of like a dessert drink, but it will help me bring up my fats and my calories up because I don't want to fall too low on my calories. So stay tuned. Pretty soon I'm going to be posting another video about an update on my daughter, who's doing absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to do my 2-year like surgiversary update along with all of my lab results and my PatchMD results to see how I've been doing with using PatchMD this whole time. So I will be doing another video very shortly because my surgiversary is on January 23rd. So assuming I have all my lab results, then I'll be able to do that update. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.